Hello everyone! Hello! Can you hear me? Hope so. Just put the mic back on. Okay. Hello, so we're still in January. Today we'll be doing our check-in for MewGulf. And yes, if you pay attention to my channel, I have a second reading scheduled for 5 o'clock, but that depends if we finish this one first or not. It's always going to depend. The second one after is always going to depend when we finish the first one. Anyway, let me put it onto the other screen. There we go. Falls up there ready. So as I said in the comments below, I have a new tarot deck. Now it's new to me, but I have seen other people use it. It's called the Intuit Tarot. So as you can see, it's completely sealed. I have not opened it. So let's open it and see if anything significant is waiting for us inside. Again, sorry about the quality of this video. My internet is still the same. Unstable situation. My husband and I are looking into changing that, but right now there's not much I can do about it. We tried to manually go up on the roof and sort of move the receiver around a bit to see if that would help, but no difference, unfortunately. So yeah, sorry about that. Now let's see. Oh, still a little bit there. And the thing about this tarot deck is it has keywords and everything written on the card. So this possibly will replace me using... Hi Kelly. This will replace me using a screen, the black one, Goldie. It may... I mean, I still love my Goldie. She's the first one I had, of the first beginner's deck. But this deck may take the place just because it's a little bit more appealing to the eye, possibly. Also been thinking whether to call it Intuit or maybe Intuition, because that kept sort of coming off my tongue when I was saying Intuit. I'm not sure yet, I haven't decided. Anyway, here are the cards. I just pulled them out of the box. Okay, I haven't done anything. I haven't shuffled them or anything. So let's see, what's this first card? Interesting. We have Waxing Moon, making progress. I did that facing you, by the way, guys. Yeah, you can see I have it facing you, not me, so it was meant to be this way. And yeah, Waxing Moon, making progress, timing 1 to 2 weeks, shifting consciousness, gaining strength, final steps and increase. Now that's really interesting. That's really interesting because with the situation as it is right now, and if I go back to what I said in my last video about we haven't quite left the year of the snake yet. We're still shedding the skin of the snake, so to speak, until February. Well, final steps, gaining strength, shifting consciousness, 1 to 2 weeks. Yeah, interesting. Okay. That's not a usual tarot card though. That's an extra card, I believe. So should we put... Maybe we'll pull 2 more, because, you know, 3 cards is the usual thing we do. So let's pull 2 more. Let's see, what have we got here? Another moon card. Okay. Full moon card. Illuminated subconscious. Timing 1 month or next full moon. Emotional awareness. Climax, move on, and cycle completion. Wow. Okay. That makes me think of the possibility that, you know, there is still that possibility that MewGulf may have a reunion just to sort things out. With us, mainly. you know, just clear the air sort of thing. It's possible. Anyway, and what about the third card? Solar eclipse. Okay, I'm starting to wonder now. Maybe they have the extra cards on the top here. I think they do. I think they do. But I don't think the other cards are in order, are they? Oh no, they are. They are in order. This is the first deck. Look, I'll show you. See, at the bottom it's got the instruction card, so to speak. And then following we have the Fool, the Magician, the High Priestess. They've put it away in order. Whoops. So perhaps, I'm not sure if we can really say that the moon cards count then. I mean, it's interesting because it's the only deck that could give me these cards, but yeah. And they do kind of fit. Like the third card I got there, Solar Eclipse, despite it being the extra cards. Solar Eclipse, about 6 months, find your inner truth, catalyst for change, transformation, cosmic trigger, and beginnings. Now all these cards can fit this current situation and also relate to other readings we've had in the past. So it could still count. But now that I know that all the cards are in order, what I'll do is, no, we'll leave that. We'll leave that there, and what I'll do is I'll just shuffle the rest, and we'll pull another 3 cards after I shuffle the cards. Whoop. There's one already. So, Intuit, is that how you like to be known? Intuit? Hello there, nice to meet you. You feel nice and comfortable in my hand, that's a good thing. So we're not really asking any questions, we're just looking for what cards will we get first from this deck regarding Mew Superset and Golf Kanawat. Not really any questions about them or the situation, we're just going full instinct here of what can you tell us about them. Oh no. Yes. Yeah, since I said not about them, how they're feeling or anything, just about them in general, that's why I said, oh no, because straight away I got 8 of Swords, and I said this to some of the people who I talked to in DMs, that I was dreading getting this card again, in Mew's case, because this card, it really does mean, you know, you feel like you have no choice. Anyway, on this one it says, release limiting beliefs, mental strength, it's up to you to take back your power, set free, escape, conquer self and doubt. Yes. Now the cards were facing me then, weren't they? Yeah. So that's right. That's interesting. So in other words, he's still limiting himself. Mew is still limiting his belief of how things are going to work out. What else did we get? Queen of Coins, consummate hostess, impeccable taste, business savvy, prosperous, organized, growing, realist, classy. See, now this makes me think of the real thing that's tying Mew down is his reputation, is his status in society with Tool and both of their families, and you know, their society circle, you know, high society. It's gonna do something crazy for him to walk away from this very publicized relationship. So that's sort of where that takes me. And this last card, what's this? We got the summer solstice. Timing a few weeks, let go of control, celebrate life, have fun, and summer. Pinnacle of success. Okay. So that's a positive card at least. And I'd say that also goes for golf. I'd say both of them are just letting it go. They're not trying to control the matter between them anymore. In other words, they're just going to let it go. And, you know, if destiny wishes it to happen, it will happen. I think maybe Mew's starting to see it that way too. Golf always has, but I think Mew's starting to see it that way too. Like he's putting everything into this new fan meeting, for example. And he's not really controlling anything. He is putting feelers out there. It's very clear he's putting feelers out there for all us nostalgic Wanjai. And you know what I mean if you've been paying attention. But it's not like he's trying to control our reactions or trying to make sure that it definitely makes us come, you know. He's not begging us or making us think there's a possibility of, you know, his guest being golf, for example. I think we all... Everybody pretty much knows that the other person's going to be there at some point in those 3 sessions he's going to have. And yeah, it could even be, this could be the way he says goodbye to this side of his life, or it could be the way he brings it back into focus. It could be either of those, we don't know. So I forgot what date it was he's doing it, but is he doing it actually on his birthday this year, or is it before? It's in February, I know that much. But I'm not sure if it was before or after his birthday, because if it's any time after the 16th, then it's already the new year. And he's probably focused on, you know, moving on with the fast horse then. But if it's any time before the 16th, it could be preparations to let go. It could be that way too, even after the 16th, because, you know, Mew doesn't have to go by the way of the animal of the year, but yeah, there's a possibility. Anyway, alright, well, that's interesting. I'm gonna put these back now. Gosh, they looked less complicated when I saw them on screen in other people's readings, these cards, I have to say, but oh well, we'll do our best. Did I just put that the wrong way? I did. It's alright, I got it. Oh, hang on. No, I didn't. Oh, it's a two-way. Of course it is. It's a two-way design. Oh, well, I don't know. I'll just put them however. Whatever, however. Well, I think we'll keep using these cards, but yeah, the extra cards, unfortunately I won't have a card to explain those on screen if extra cards come up. I didn't know that the extra cards in this deck were timing, though. I was expecting them to be something else for some reason. Anyway. So I think we'll use this deck for... I think we'll use this deck for starters, and we'll use the old decks for clarify, because that way we get a clearer idea from the decks we're used to, if that makes sense. And I will put them up on the screen as we go as well. Alright, so let's start the actual reading now, since we've already looked at our new cards. Let's start the actual reading. So, how is Mew Supersit feeling towards Gulf Kanawat right now, at this time? How is Mew Supersit feeling towards Gulf Kanawat right now at this time? What is his feelings towards Gulf Kanawat right now at this time? Whoa. Okay, there we go. Start with 3 cards as usual. This one, oh, hang on. No, we've got 5 cards here. Beg your pardon. Alright. Well, the bottom card came out first, but 10 of Wands is the one that's shown itself. So, 10 of Wands, heavy load, brink of collapse, responsibilities, over the limit, overwhelmed, almost there, overloaded and done. Let me get it up here on the screen as well. Whoops, hang on. 10 of Wands. Pretty much what I just said anyway is the basic meanings. A lot of work, hard work. Perhaps Mew is seeing it as, yeah, burden, extra responsibility, hard work and completion. Could be completion. He could be seeing it as, you know, a completed cycle, or he could be seeing it as maybe because it's a Sagittarius card, if you see that there. It could also be that he's thinking that Gulf is hard at work and it's too much extra responsibility and hard work for both of them right now to do anything, to move towards a reunion, because they're both very busy with their own thing. Could be that. Okay. What else have we got here? Queen of Coins came out again. Only it's come out the other way up this time. We've got Queen of Coins, tending to yourself. Perfectionist, manipulative, ambitious, exacting, possessive, work-home balance, imbalance. Self-focused, shallow and jealous. Wow. Okay. So, I'll be honest here, I'm not sure how to tell exactly which is in reverse and which isn't with these cards though, because it doesn't say in reverse. It's like there's 2 different possibilities. I think though, I think the tending to yourself is possibly in reverse. Let me see. Queen of Coins. In reverse it says financial independence, self-care. Yeah, self-care. So that's in reverse. Queen of Coins tending to self. That's in reverse. Okay, so we all know that now. Work-home conflict, yes, like it said here, the imbalance of work and home, balance, imbalance, self-catered, jealousy, and smothering. Okay. That's interesting, because, I mean, devoted shippers and even Mewlians say that there's no way Mew could be jealous of Gulf, but anyway, hang on. I reversed that when I picked that up, so hang on. This way. Sorry, guys. Ace of Cups. Overflowing love, bliss, romantic success, new romance, flowing emotion, this is it, and joy. Ace of Cups. Well, that's a positive card if I've seen one today. Hang on, where is it? Ace of Cups. It's a water card. Love, compassion, creativity, new feelings, spirituality, intuition, new baby, proposal, marriage. Interesting. So, like I said at the beginning here, Ten of Wands, too hard right now. Focusing on self, focusing on trying to balance work and home life. But this is the goal, perhaps. This is the future goal, is happiness, a new start, or proposal, or marriage, or family, whatever on that card actually relates to them. Alright, what else have we got here? Queen of Wands, yes. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, stylish trendsetter, charming, confident, outgoing, visionary, strong and sexy. Queen of Wands. Oops, that's King of Wands. Queen of Wands. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's a Pisces card. Courage, confident, independence, focus, zest for life, determination and joy. Okay, so like I said, both of them, like I said earlier, both of them are having fun. Both of them are focusing on self-care and enjoying life as it is for now. And lastly, King of Swords, mind over matter. So they're still feeling a bit like that, or at least Mew is, because this is how Mew feels about golf, isn't it? So King of Swords, do it by the book, truthful, wise, legal matters, regimented, rational, stern, precise, candid, detached, eloquent, and logic. Now, I think it's very interesting the way golf has come out and actually started talking a lot like Mew did when he first started talking about having a special someone on the side. Could it be that he remembers how Mew exactly said things? Or could it be that... Yes, anyway. That just came up for some reason in my mind. King of Swords, head over heart, disciplined, truthful, honest, mental clarity and authority. Yeah. So, back here. Too hard basket, we had this, I think 2 readings ago, we had this mindset of both of them. It's just too hard right now to do anything considering the circumstances. So both are focusing on looking after oneself. This in particular we're talking about Mew, so probably Mew is. But they have this goal in regards to golf. He has the goal of working things out for there to be a new beginning, a reunion, new love, etc. And he feels very strongly about this. He's confident about this, but... Or perhaps he thinks golf is. But they're also very focused and confident about doing what they're doing right now. Hi Fabian. Just, continue doing what they're doing. Focus on work. Remain committed to work. Head over heart, basically. Remaining head over heart for a little longer. That's more or less what I'm getting at the end there, is remain head over heart for a little longer, the same way they have been all these years, because now is not the time. Yes. Okay. Alright, so now let's get the other deck out and get some clarifying on these cards just a little more, to give us a bit more to consider. I mean, if you've seen other readers... Oh, hang on. I forgot again. I think it's only 3, isn't it? Yep. If you've seen other readers, they pull out card after card, like the whole table is full of cards. So for me, the way I do my readings, I feel like I'm a little more minimal, to the point perhaps, because I feel like the more cards you pull out, the more it would seem like you're making it up as you go, the more you would have the chance to sort of mold it into one particular direction, which is not what I want to do. My goal with my readings is to try and give as many scenarios and possibilities as possible, and allow the audience to make up their mind of what these cards mean for them in regards to MewGulf. So, hello there, Aquarius. This is Intuit or Intuition here we've got on the table. Can you please add to these cards for us, starting with, what is this Ten of Wands about? This Ten of Wands that we have here, is this about Mew feeling that having a reunion with Golf is just too much hard work? Can you tell us more about this Ten of Wands? Or maybe you could say, what makes it so hard? What is making it so hard? What is the main thing that makes Mew think that it's Ten of Wands right now to have a reunion with Golf and clear the air once and for all about their relationship? What is the main thing that stands in the way, the main obstacle, the main thing that causes him to think it's Ten of Wands? We got Ten of Cups. Soul connections, prosperity, prevailing against all odds. Interesting. To get that for what I just said, perhaps he's thinking it's too much hard work right now to have things work out perfectly. That's what he's thinking, I would say. Hang on, let me pull up Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is the you have it all card. So perfection is the first word that came to my mind. He thinks it's a bit too hard right now to have that divine love, as in divine partners. Harmony, alignment, fulfillment, family, contentment, etc. He thinks it's a bit hard to have all that right now. That also makes me think, because the Ten of Cups card is about family, and Golf just said he's going to be 30 soon and he wants to be able to plan if he can. Well, he's only 28, so there's still 2 years for planning a family in his case. So that could be something too, right? Okay, and what about this Queen of Coins, Aquarius? Can you tell me more about this Queen of Coins, which is in reverse? Queen of Coins in reverse. Can you tell me more about this Queen of Coins in reverse, please, Aquarius? Self-care. Self-care and possibly imbalance with work and home, or work is impinging on the home life, on the private life. Could be a conflict between public and private matters. Oop. Knight of Cups. Imbalance of his love life, basically. Then, yeah. So if you were wondering, if you were questioning what in his private life could be out of balance right now, the way he seems to be doing so well with work and everything, this Knight of Cups seems to point to it being his love life is out of balance right now. And this could be true even if he's with Golf behind the scenes. It can still be true, because work's clearly getting in the way, particularly his work with the other person. If we say it's more about him and someone else, then it's possible that all their work and business matters are making it hard for them to connect on other levels, such as more intimate levels. We've had a lot of readings in the past where it's pointed to neither of them wanting to be emotionally vulnerable, wanting to open up fully to the other person. So it could be that as well. Anyway, let me get it up here. Knight of Cups happens to be the next card. And look at that. I forgot. Yes, it has Libra and Scorpio on this card. So it's definitely, you know, it could be about either of them, or it could be about both of them. This could literally be Mew having both of them in his mind, you know, like that old picture you might remember from one of my past readings of the two swords, Gulf on one side, Tool on the other, and Mew like really like sitting there with his blindfold on, not knowing which way to go. Could even be something like that. Anyway, what does the card say? Creativity, romantic charm, imagination, beauty, knight in shining armor, following the heart, Prince Charming, and proposals. I think following the heart is a big thing there. It could even be that he's focusing on himself so that he can open up fully and follow his heart, because for so long he's been putting mind over matter, or what's it called? Head over heart, sorry. He's been putting head over heart. So perhaps this taking care of himself is about thinking with his heart for once, and, you know, really deciding what he wants. So that's interesting. Okay, and what about this Ace of Cups? Tell me what this Ace of Cups is about, please, Aquarius. This was about a new love, wasn't it, Ace of Cups? And this is regarding how he's feeling about golf. So it could be about a new love, as in a new start to their love. And that could be friendship, that could be love as a previous screen partner, or it could be as twin flames, as lovers, as meant to be partners. Oh, there's a card, sorry. Hang on. Okay, so what's this Ace of Cup about? The Moon. Intuition, mystery, secrets, more or less the unknown as well, yes. So I'd take that as this is like his wish. This is his wishful thinking, that despite it being so hard right now to have that 10 of Cups with golf, he is focusing on himself and starting to pay more attention to what he truly deeply wants, you know, from his heart, thinking with his heart, feeling the intuition that's possibly guiding him elsewhere from where he is right now, you know, really trying to grasp what he wants in life, who he wants it with, and how he can get there, I would say. Let me pull the card up anyway. Moon. Illusion, mystery, dreams, intuition, fear, anxiety, subconscious, and premonitions. Yeah. So subconscious. He's subconscious while he's taking more care of himself emotionally. His subconscious and his intuition could be really telling him, you know, really giving him clarity on what he wants out of life and who he wants it with. Also, being the Moon, it's a Pisces card, which is his western side. And the next card, Queen of Wands, is also a Pisces card. Doesn't say it on this card, but I'm pretty sure it is. Hang on. So maybe some of these cards have been printed wrong. Yeah, Pisces. For some reason, this card has Leo on it. Possibly printed wrong. Anyway, yes, Pisces is Queen of Wands. So 2 Pisces cards. So This is about being confident, feeling strong about something. So what's this Queen of Wands about? Please, Aquarius. How is Mew feeling in particular with this Queen of Wands towards Gulf? What? Is it that he feels strong about their connection lasting and working out in the end? Or is it that he feels more strong-willed and confident about things working out for him as they are now? Or is it more that he thinks Gulf feels strong and confident about their connection? Because we know that he does. Alright, we got 2 cards. The Sun. And two of Pearls, which is 2 of Coins. Interesting. Okay, so the Sun, celebration, kinship, success, and 2 of Pearls or Coins, balance, choice, and adaptability. Sounds like he still feels they have to balance out how they are going to come back together. They're balancing out how this reunion is going to take place. Possibly still a lot of... Oh, hello there, moth. See that, guys? A moth just came to visit me. Haven't seen a moth in here before. What are you doing in here? You look like you've got... Oh, I don't know. Is that gap meant to be there between their wings, or is this little guy injured? Anyway. Excuse me, guys. I'll just see if he wants to go outside. Come in here. That was interesting. Moth. I have to think what's moth stand for. I don't remember. It stands for something. It also makes me think of moth, Gulf's perfume as well. Interesting. I'll have to look that up later. Anyway, the sun. Let's get the sun up. Here it is. As always, the sun has sunflowers on it too, so the sun and the sunflower go together. We all know that. So sun, positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, all is well. Oh, I like those 2 last ones, rebirth and all is well. So, like I said, could very well be planning to have a reunion, but there's a lot of preparation needs to be made in order to balance it out with what is currently happening, whether it be them coming back as friends or more. Get out of there. What are you doing? There's a little one there. Okay. 2 of Pearls or 2 of Coins. That's the juggling card. So literally juggling. Possibly Mew is juggling his can't see my hands. Possibly juggling his reality with his illusion in life right now. Whether he is part of this illusion as a business tactic, or if he's part of this illusion sort of blindly or only subconsciously, is becoming aware now that he's in part of an illusion. So sort of balancing what is being shown on social media, you can see my hand there, with the reality of what's happening behind the scenes. It could even be a balance of that. And you know, not to mention work, a balance of schedules, clashing schedules, work commitments they both have. Turned over. Yeah, it could be all those things. So that's interesting. All right, and then the last card, Knight of Swords. Please, Aquarius, tell us more about this Knight of Swords. Head over heart was the idea I got. The Empress. Divine feminine, elegance, one with nature. Yes. Head over heart. So, since Gulf is always depicted as being Muse divine feminine in this relationship, in this divine partnership, I would say that this King of Swords is more about him, is more about Gulf possibly not being ready yet. You know, despite how Gulf feels about their connection and everything, at the same time he's not ready to drop everything and, you know, make the necessary sacrifices to be with Mew, is he? He's still got work commitments to take care of. This could even be behind the way he said in the interview that this year he wants to focus more on himself. It could be very true. He could be, you know, trying to get work under control. If you remember the astro clock reading for Gulf, I think it was in the month of May, he possibly starts putting work on the back burner. So, yeah, it's possible. It's possible that Gulf is not ready yet, and Mew knows this. So for now, they have to keep being head over heart until they're both free of their commitments, their work commitments, perhaps. Okay, that's interesting. And let's get down the Norman cards. Little deck here. Can you add more to these cards, little deck? So 10 of Wands, back to the beginning here. 10 of Wands and 10 of Cups. Mew feels it's too hard to have that 10 of Cups with Gulf right now. Mew feels it's too hard to work things out perfectly with Gulf right now. What else can you tell us about these cards, little deck? Too hard right now. Perhaps Gulf himself is not ready. Perhaps both of them are not ready. I think when I say not ready, I think Gulf is emotionally ready, but perhaps physically, you know, his life is not in a good position as of yet to change things up. Oh, hang on. We've got a card. Hang on, did you guys see that? I didn't go fully out, did I? You saw that card. This card sitting upright like this. I don't know when it turned, but it did in the deck. And we have letter. That's pretty much about, well, it could be a few things. It could be contract. It could be an agreement, a private agreement between just the two of them, Mew and Gulf. Or it could be the contract as in the contract with him and Tull, perhaps. Perhaps it's too hard to end that right now. Could be that. Right, okay, and then what about this Queen of Coins and Knight of Cups? So, because it's too hard to take full action on these things right now, we got the Sun here. Mew is focusing on gaining more clarity about what he truly feels. That's what I get with that combination. Because we said self-care, focusing on self, about love life, gaining clarity. Gaining clarity, and possibly it could also, this could be, because this is like happiness as well, it could be that he's just enjoying things the way they are right now. He's enjoying his time with Tull for now. As friends, obviously, in the background. You know, he's just enjoying his life for now as it is. Or, like I said, it could be gaining clarity. I usually get more a feeling of this card pointing to clarity than just outright happiness. But let's pull another card to clarify the Sun, just in case, because that's just how I see it. Oh, we got Clover. Sun and Clover together. Wait a minute, do I have that combination? Actually, I've got them up here, haven't I? Let me quickly go and see. I'll just see if I have that combination, and I can tell you right now and then. Sun... Where are you? There you are. Ah, don't have that. I don't have Sun and Clover yet, but I have Clover and Sun, which could give us a basic idea. Although at the same time, I say that it can make all the difference, the order. But Clover and Sun... Clover and Sun is small doses of happiness. Happiness about luck and lack of responsibilities, a successful time during summer, a daily gambler, overnight success, and a lot of luck. So it could just be that Mew feels lucky that he's able to now sort of have the time to really look into things about himself, to focus on self. He could be feeling very lucky to have these two different people in his life. Or he could be feeling very lucky in love. It depends, doesn't it? Okay, that's interesting. Still didn't really clarify for us as much as hoped, but that's alright. And then what about Ace of Cups and the Moon? What can you tell us about this Ace of Cups and the Moon, little deck? I've had a lot of people DMing me too, saying, you know, what has come true from my readings, and also saying that, you know, there's people saying exactly or similar to what I say as well. And we have Dog here. Having the dog here kind of changes these cards, actually, because Ace of Cups is about new love, but it also had engagement on this card, didn't it? And then the Moon is about illusion, the unknown, mystery, secrets. And then we have Dog here. This really takes me back to the idea that because the dog is usually Tull, in Mew's case in my readings, this could all be about the secret behind everything. The secret behind the mask of the engagement. That's really what I'm getting right now. The secret behind the mask of the engagement. So, too hard to end a contract or to fulfill a private agreement right now. Feels lucky he can take the time to focus on self, about what truly is happening in his life right now, this illusion he's possibly part of. The fact that he may really feel, you know, just friends to Tull, or this could also be loyalty, the fact that he feels he wants to remain loyal to both Mew and Gulf, if we go to this card, and how he's going to do that, he's not sure yet. Alright, and what about Queen of Wands, the Sun, and Two of Coins? So this is about finding it hard to balance his work life right now, or their work life right now, such as clashing schedules, not having the time, clearing the way for the two of them to get together. Card here. Oh, and look at that, I just said clearing the way and we get incense burner. Incense burner. So yeah, I would take this as clearing the way, clearing his mind, or clearing his life, making room for a new start for MewGulf. That's what I get. And what about the King of Swords and the Empress? Head over heart, about a divine love, head over heart. Did I pull up the Empress? I didn't, did I? Hang on, let me pull the Empress up. See what else this card can mean before we get this. Abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, action. Growth. Could be growth, development. Head over heart for now and continue to grow and evolve. Is that what we're looking at here, little deck? Mew thinks perhaps Gulf, because I said, didn't I, that this felt more like, the King of Swords felt more like what he thinks of Gulf right now. So continuing to develop and grow and evolve separately for now, head over heart, until perhaps Gulf is ready. Tell me two cards, please, little deck. It's out of the screen. I've got to watch that. Oh, the Moon, about the unknown. Head over heart, about the unknown. So choosing the maybe not the easy, but the comfortable, more familiar path for now. Not wanting to delve into the unknown just yet. Or not wanting to open up to themselves yet. Not wanting to address that neglected inner child just yet in Mew's case. But also Gulf, like I said, these cards seem to point to Gulf being the one who's not ready. So hard to say really. Maybe I should pull another one. Clarify this Moon card a little bit more for us, please, little deck. Oh, Lily, mature. Yeah, mature. Although it could also be career and reputation. So there's two angles these cards could be looking at. Could be looking at, as I said earlier, Gulf is not ready to drop everything and make the necessary sacrifices to be together. Hello there, Yasmin. So that would be his reputation and work is holding him back, is holding Gulf back from advancing to a reunion with Mew, whether that be as friends or more. Or if this is about Mew, it could be the same thing. It could be that, you know, he's out in the spotlight right now. If you look at the Moon, it's like this is how people see you, this card. So that's why I said reputation. It could be that right now, because he's seen as being engaged to Tull, and that contract, whatever it may be, or agreement, whatever it may be, is too hard to put an end to right now. He has to remain mature about it. And since he's focusing on himself, well, that's a good sign, because that means once he really focuses on himself and goes deep within, he'll realize and gain the clarity of how he truly feels, and possibly how to move forward with everything. Like I said, though, we got that 8 of Swords earlier, which means he's still feeling, even just slightly, he's still limited. He's got limited beliefs in things working out in their favor, and so he still feels like he has no choice but to do pretty much as they say for now. And it kind of shows. I mean, yeah, just Stork is under there. Just saw that by chance. Which, yeah, tells me he's having to remain mature about making any moves, any drastic moves towards the future right now. So, yeah, what I was about to say was, like with his fan meeting, who do you think really came up with all that theme idea? It just seems, you know, especially the way he uses the white heart in his, like in the sky and everything. One day I like to think that's got something to do with us, but I mean, it probably does, to the point that they want to, if you excuse the term, bait us into supporting them, but it could also be that he's trying to replace the meaning of the white heart in his life. It's possible for that to be true as well. So who knows? As I said to one of the people who were talking to me behind the scenes, they said, you know, it's really too much of a mess to predict fully and clearly what could happen at this stage. But if we go back to the astro clock, there's going to be something that's going to shock. Not just a small minimal group, but going to shock everyone. So we'll have to wait and see what that shock will be. And yeah, alright, so that was, it's 4 o'clock, so I've taken a whole hour to talk for Mew's side. So let's move on to how Gulf feels now. I was going to put the cards up behind me, but I just realized I have too many cards. I have too many cards on the table for that, so there's not much point. Doesn't matter. I can get the picture of what I'm doing here later on from the video anyway, so it's all good. I have a record of it. I'm recording it as well, so for anything getting lost in the stream as usual, I have a live recording. These are not going to be used again, so let's just put them. Not particularly worried about them. Okay, and these ones. Okay. I have no idea what you're saying, sorry Bruno. Oh, we got the Fool. New beginnings. Well, that's nice. Okay, I'm not sure if that counts though, because I haven't said anything. Anyway, let's go. So how how is Gulf Canawat feeling towards Mu Supersit right now at this time? Into it. How is Gulf Canawat feeling towards Mu Supersit right now at this time? Is he on the same card, or is he on, I should say, are they on the same page about how they're feeling? Does Gulf also think it's too hard right now? Oh. Oh, okay. We got Ten of Swords. Of course, other cards would could change what that means yet. But for now, Ten of Swords. Anxiety, worry, fear, depression, nightmares, insomnia, hopelessness, trauma, despair. Yeah, I don't know, because lately Gulf has been looking very happy, don't you think? But then again, on another occasion, he's looked very out of it, or tired, worn out. So it could be very back and forth with him right now, the way he feels about the situation. It could be that, you know, he's trying to remain positive, the way he's so optimistic. He's trying to remain optimistic about the situation, that it will work out if it's meant to. But he's possibly also, you know, having a lot of moments, hang on, it's that way, that he's sort of just ready to give up. Moments that he doesn't see the way things are going to work out after all, perhaps. Since we got the Fool first, perhaps this actually goes with this. So this, like I said, too hard right now to have a new start, too hard right now to have a reunion. So it's possible that it could be talking about that. Could be that Gulf remains, you know, sort of anxious and worried about having a new start with Mew. Like, when's it going to happen, and how's it going to be implemented into his life and possibly work? Maybe. All right. And how else does Gulf Canawat feel about Mu Supersit right now? Hey, come on, don't do that. Oh, it's all right. I didn't see it anyway. Okay. Get that card out. These all fell upwards like that, so it's all good. Alright, so we got the Death card, which Scorpio, that's pretty much Gulf right there, the Death card. The Death card. Which way did we get it though? Won't know until we look. Let's have a look. I think this is going to be the hardest thing for me with this deck, is it doesn't have reverse written on it. You have to know the meanings to know if it's reverse or not. Death card. Let me see what reversed is first. Holding on. Okay. Doesn't actually go, well, I still can't tell, to be honest. There's internal change and external change. I think internal change is probably reverse, because reverse focuses more on resistance to change, fearing change, and that's an emotional thing. That's an internal thing. Whereas the upright death talks about endings, beginnings, change, transformation, transition, metamorphosis, end of cycle. So more like you've already made up your mind and something's going to happen. So I think the external change is the upright death. And it says complete renewal, abrupt change, total overhaul, over and out, break up, new start, let it go, endings, beginnings. Yeah. Endings, beginnings, that's it, yeah. So it is. It's the upright death card, which, as I said, Scorpio up here. It's pretty much Gulf. So whether the Fool was involved in this or not, it's pretty much the same thing we're talking about. We're talking about a new start is too hard right now. It's causing Gulf a bit of anxiety and worry about how it's all going to turn out, how things are going to change, possibly the transition from one status to another. Or if it all goes the other way, like I said, there is the possibility that they may reunite just to clear the air. If it's that too, perhaps Gulf is dreading that. Perhaps Gulf doesn't want to really do that, get together with Mew and, you know, end things once and for all. But possibly knows that it's a have to anyway, if that's the way it's going to go. Doesn't mean he's going to like it, sort of thing. Gulf is worried about the aftermath and the reaction after reuniting. Yes, I agree, Nadine. I think that's really what is on Gulf's mind right now regarding Mew. Okay. That's 3 cards. We got 5 for Mew, so do you have any more to tell us into it? Maybe 2 more cards to have it balanced. Ace of Swords, Epiphany, Clarity, Force, Decisive, Communicate, Ideas, Compel, Focus, Truth, Vision. Truth and clarity. Ace of Swords. Very much fits, yes. Okay, and we got 2 more cards. So Ace of Swords, hang on, that's that way. So that was Ace of Swords upright. Yeah, that fits. Because like we just said, he's anxious and worried about what's going to happen when the truth comes out. And we have 10 of Wands again. That really confirms what we're saying, doesn't it? 10 of Wands, it's too hard right now. It really is too hard right now. So, he knows that. He sees the truth in that. It's too hard right now. And then we have Winter Solstice. Find the light within. Timing a year or more. Oh, that's the first time I've got that timing. Tie up loose ends. Validate feelings. Hibernate and winter. Still, it doesn't have to. The timing doesn't have to be the timing. But it could be a year or more, because as we mentioned at the beginning of the reading, he says he wants to have a family and wants to be able to plan, if possible, for when he's 30. That's 2 years away. A year or more. 2 years. So it's possible it may still take a bit of time before they can fully, you know, come together and reunite in public. But that doesn't mean that the other thing going on is going to continue going on for that long either. Because as I've said many times, Mew needs to more or less be single, needs to focus on himself before rushing back to Gulf, or you know, if he does break up with Tool publicly and, you know, has that resting period, he can't just go straight into another. He has to heal himself. He has to do the necessary inner work first before he can do all that. So I would say tie up loose ends, validate feelings, hibernate and winter really points to that as well. So yes, and we got it the other way around just before. We got summer solstice from you. So that kind of brings it together too. And you see this card, guys? Do you see? It's the sun. We have the sun down here, and we have sort of a mountain, a winter mountain here. This is how Mew feels. This is how Gulf feels. That's interesting as well. So Mew thinks that Gulf needs to celebrate life, have fun, enjoy his time, possibly let go of control, as in, you know, stop letting work decide for him, maybe. And then Gulf feels about Mew a year or more. In a year or more, he could be ready to, you know, make the necessary sacrifices to fully reunite. It could take that long to tie up loose ends for both of them. Could take that long to validate feelings. Perhaps this is about Gulf knowing that Mew's kind of a mess emotionally still, and does need to do that healing work, shadow work, etc. before he can meet him on the emotional scale of well-being and where he is. Perhaps. What are we all saying? Mutal doesn't look like a real couple. I respect whoever sees them. There's a couple there, but I don't see one. I see two friends. Yeah, so do I. So do I, very much, Bruno. Nadine, Gulf is worried about the aftermath and the reaction after reuniting. Yes. Sometimes I think that they are using Wanjai for support, as they together are not as favourable as Gulf. Well, you know, as I said, it is possible that all these tactics that seem to be possibly baiting us are thought up by not necessarily Mew. That's a big possibility. They are looking less of a romantic couple every time I see them together. During the last 2 years, T actually looked lost. Yeah, well, I think so too. Oh yes, somebody's asked about Smith. Well, I'm not doing that today, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do that. Alright, so let's get some Chloe deck now, because we're asking about Gulf. So, Goey, can you tell me more about the full card here? Now, I don't know what that card is. Can you guys see it? Oh, you know what it is? I'm pretty sure that's the... How can I show you guys? Can you see this? That's as much as I can see on this side of the card, right? So I really don't know what it is. But I have a feeling from memory that this is the three of wands, as in the Wanjai card known on this channel. Is it? It is! 3 of Wands. My memory persists. Wow. So the full card is about 3 of Wands. A new start, coming together for us, I guess, you know, coming together again with their faithful followers, us Wanjai. I would take that as being. Also, hang on, let me pull the card up. 3 of Wands, let's see, it's a preparation, progress, foresight, enterprise, expansion, overseas opportunities. So a new start. For a new start, in MewGulf's case, it will take a lot of preparation and progress. Gulf still sees it happening. Perhaps Mew less. But us Wanjai certainly see it happening one way or another. Alright, and then what about this Ten of Swords? Tell us more about this Ten of Swords, please. Goey? Queen of Swords. Yeah, Queen of Swords. If you want to know why I laughed, that's pretty much Tool's card there, Queen of Swords. Whoops, that's Queen of Wands. Queen of Swords, there it is. Yeah, see? Virgo and Libra. Can't be any more Tool than that. Which more or less makes me think that Tool is the cause. Or if not personally, Mew's situation with Tool is the cause of Gulf's Ten of Swords card here. But it says unbiased judgment, independent, clear boundaries, direct communication, clear-minded and perceptive. Yes. So it could even be that this, remember Ten of Swords has, excuse me, goodness, got a bit of a tickle in my throat. Ten of Swords has dead end, breakdown, breakup, divorce on it. So it could even be that Gulf is worried about the aftermath of the possible breakup. It could be that too. That would make more sense because, like I said earlier, Gulf has seemed to look more happy lately. So what if he's worried about anything, it's not himself. That's sort of what I'm getting. He's not worried about himself and the situation. He's more worried about Mew and his situation. And the reason for that worry, the Queen of Swords, Tool. That makes perfect sense. Alright, and then what about this Death card? Well, that could be, if that's going from this card, then that would be talking about the change of possibly breaking up. Things changing. We have the Emperor. Controlling the matter. The Emperor. Oh, hang on. What just happened? Oh, why isn't that coming up? I just realized the card's not showing. Hang on. Let me fix that. What's going on here? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I hope that was only for that one. So, yeah. If you didn't see it before, I'll point it out again. See? Virgo and Libra. Can't be very much more Tool than that. Right? I'll get out of here. Stop showing that. Oh. Introduce Tool and it all goes haywire. Okay. And the Emperor was next, wasn't it? Here we go. The Emperor. Respect, leadership, stability, structure, rules and power, authority, father figure, protection, control, discipline, focus, and practicality. Yeah, so I get the idea that the change after the breakup, after the possible breakup happens, the change that's going to happen, he's possibly worried about how Mew is going to control that because of his need for control. He could also be worried, father figure, he could be worried about how the family will take it. The ones who are for it, that is. Because we know there's some members who probably would be happy and overjoyed even, if I dare say it, with the possible breakup. And yeah, stability. So I don't think he's worried about himself. I think, like I just said, he's more worried about what's going to happen in regards to Mew there. Alright, what about this Ace of Swords? Can you tell us more about this Ace of Swords? Clarity. Clarity and truth coming out. So he's worried about the aftermath, as we just said before. You were all saying it with me. He's worried about of what will happen when the truth comes out. Tell us more about this Ace of Swords, please. Goey? Gosh, at this rate I'm not going to be able to do the oracle cards. Tell us more about... Oh, whoa, look out. Two of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. That's 2 cards that Mew had, isn't it? This is the downside of not being able to put the cards up behind me because I don't know what we had. It's a shame. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. No, it was that way. Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles. Clarity and truth coming out. Queen of Pentacles. We've had it already today, but where is it? We know what the juggling card is about. Work and imbalance, so he's worried about how things will work out for Mew, obviously. And the Queen, nurturing, practical, providing financially, a working parent. Working parent. This is also a Sagittarius card, though. Maybe this is even more like he's possibly worried how the family is going to take it. Like I said earlier, how the family will take it. Possibly on both sides, both Mew's side and Gulf's side. How will the family take it when the truth comes out? Possibly. Alright, I'll leave it at that. And then the 10 of Wands. Oh, hang on. Oh, hang on. I've got another card here. Silly me. Hang on. What's this card? Strength. Yeah. Strength. He possibly will have to have the strength and courage to stand up to family members who don't approve, perhaps. Courage, passion, subtle power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, focus, and compassion. Yes. Possibly. Alright, and then what about this 10 of Wands? Tell us more about this 10 of Wands. Tell us more about this 10 of Wands, please, little deck. So, it's too hard. That's really the vibe we're getting from both Mew and Gulf right now, is it's too hard. At this point in time, it's too hard to take any drastic measures towards a reunion. 9 of Pentacles, that's like the single card. And 5 of Pentacles, leave behind. So yeah, I'd say that the 10 of Wands, what's too hard? Mew leaving his current situation. Becoming financially independent and leaving his current situation. That's what's too hard right now. Could also be, though, since I said that Gulf is possibly the one who's not ready, it could be him too. It could be it's too hard for him to branch out from his management, which could be what it takes. Go single and leave behind possibly his career. Choose love over career. It's a bit hard for him to do that right now. Could be that too. It could be both ways. Could be a bit of both. And this winter solstice. A year or more, tie up loose ends, validate feelings, hibernate and winter. Can you possibly make sense of this card for us, Goey? Is it about Gulf really having that when I'm 30 prospect in mind, and he's not ready yet for a serious relationship? Is that possibly what this card is saying? Nope. Temperance, the Hierophant, Seven of Cups, yes, pretty much. Temperance is like discussing something calmly. Hierophant can be like authority, or in some cases it can point to like marriage. And Seven of Cups, options. Let's go through them one by one. So Temperance, balance, harmony, moderation, patience, being sensible, purpose, finding meaning. And Hierophant, oh, it's also Sagittarius card, by the way. And it's a yes card. Since that's the first card we got, what I was saying about what I thought the card possibly was referring to, I take that as yes. But we'll see what the other two cards say as well for that. The Hierophant, no, that's Justice. Yeah. Institutions, tradition, religion, society and its rules, social approval, conformity, forgiveness, bonded, mercy, wisdom, trust. Maybe. Yes, maybe so far. And I think Seven of Cups is a maybe as well because it's options. So it's not no. But, yeah. From this I would take that Gulf needs more time. Gulf needs more time to find the balance, the purpose, the, let me go back to Temperance. The true finding meaning, harmony. It might even be not just Gulf, but they both need more time. You know, divine timing is what I'm getting. This timing, a year or more, could be divine timing at work. And then the Hierophant, they need more time to balance out how they're going to come out to those who may not agree, how they're going to go against the grain, how they're going to not conform to what the public or what the world wants. Don't want to please the world anymore comes to mind. And Seven of Cups, let's see what Seven of Cups is. It's an options card, I've already said that, but what else? It's also a Scorpio card, yes, I forgot about that. So it could be that Gulf is still looking at options. I don't think it's necessarily other love interest options. I think it's more about work. Like we said, I think that's the hardest thing for Gulf to sort of make the biggest change to, would be his work and career. Opportunities, wishful thinking, choices, illusion, searching for purpose and daydreaming. Well, it could also be that his wishful thinking is that when he turns 30 everything will be fine, everything will be the way he wishes it to be, the way he planned it to be. But perhaps this is an illusion or daydreaming on Gulf's part, and perhaps he needs to wake up and see that, you know, if he really truly wants this thing with Mew, then it's not just Mew who has to come to the party, so to speak. You know, Mew will have to drop a lot of things to come to Gulf. Gulf's gonna have to drop a lot of things as well. You know, the balance of give and take has to be there in order for things to work out. Possibly, maybe that is also where those cards are aiming at. Alright, and let's get the Norman cards as well, just because we can. So, little deck, please tell me more about the Fool and the Three of Wands. So this new start regarding possibly one die, regarding them, regarding foresight, plans, preparation for the future. Tell us more about these cards, please, little deck. Again, I'm off screen. If I reposition my camera to show more of me, you're not going to see as much of the table, which is the problem. Because the edge of the table is right there. So, yeah, just got to be more conscious about it. I should be more like Armin, who puts his hands right out like this. I'm just trying to be above the cards, perhaps. Three of Wands and the Fool. Tell us more about these cards, please, little deck. Whoa! Whoops. I'm going to take those. Alright, so we have Scythe and Stalk. Scythe and Stalk. So, like I said, they both say it's too hard right now. I'd say with the Stalk and the Scythe here, it's like saying, oh, you can't see those. Hang on, put them up here. It's like saying, I'm gonna put it on hold, or going to make a sharp decision about things. Have to make a sharp decision about things moving on in the future. A solid plan, yeah, that's a good way to put it. They need a solid plan. They need to really be sure about things before they make the cut, either between them or the cut of their career or the cut of something else in their life, before they make the necessary sacrifices, in fact. I think that's what it means. They need to be very clear on what they want in the future before they make those necessary sacrifices. What about the Queen of Swords and the Ten of Swords here? Yeah. Money. Money comes up. Not a surprise for that one, I don't think. I don't think I need to go any further than that one card to describe that situation. Business partners for money, etc. And Death, the Emperor, Tree, growth. Growth, control, remaining rooted. Possibly family as well. And what about Ace of Swords, Queen of Coins, and Two of Coins and Strength? Tell us more about this. Comfort. Comfort. So we said this is about possibly the family, how the family will take things after the break, after the cut. So hang on, let me go back. So needing to have a solid plan before making the necessary sacrifices, changes, cuts in their lives. Anxious and worried about a possible breakup coming up. If it's about the breakup between you and the other, it could be because he's worried about the money side of things, since right now Tool is his money, his source of money. Or if it's about them breaking up, like finally, you know, putting an end to anything being said about them. It could be an abundance of emotions mixed with the Ten of Swords. Like it's going to be a nightmare. It's going to be a huge nightmare for Gulf to have to say goodbye for good because he doesn't want to. Could be that. But I get more it's about the other two. I really do. I get it more the vibe that, yeah, it's about this what do we call it? Inevitable breakup coming coming up soon, possibly. And tree, as we said, possibly family related. This change, how Mew is going to control things in regards to the family and their reaction and how things happen. Could be. And then here, comfort. Well, comfort is like personal life. It can be personal life. So, new love, new start. The balance of work and personal life. And working parent and strength. If it's not about how the parents take the breakup, possibly, maybe it's even Gulf thinking, and I've touched on this a few times in the past too, it's Gulf thinking, how are things going to be different when he is in Tool's shoes, let's say? Like, is Mew going to be able to work out the balance of work and personal life then for him? Because if you think about what he said in the interview about, you know, what does a good love look like to him, he specifically said, someone who respects my job, somebody who can see the difference or can make can differentiate between work and personal life. So definitely Gulf is not like Tool. Gulf is not going to want to be in the spotlight. Gulf is going to want to be private, and Mew's going to have to get used to that. So it could be about that as well. It could be Gulf has to remain strong while Mew gets used to sort of being less in the spotlight, perhaps. Alright, and then 10 of Wands with the 9 of Coins and 5 of Pentacles. We spoke about this, how they may not be ready to leave. May not be ready to make the necessary sacrifices. Back to this again. Of leaving work behind, possibly. Or it could be, if it's talking about Mew, it's that Mew is not ready to go out and be single and leave his current comfortable situation just yet. Whip. Repetitive patterns. Abuse sometimes. Could even just be, as we said, you know, the familiar. Choosing the familiar for now instead of the unknown came out in Mew's reading. So it could even just be that. Continuing to do what they're doing. Not being ready to make the change yet. Right, and then Winter Solstice, Temperance, the Hierophant, and 7 of Cups. Tell me more about these cards, please, little deck. I hope everything goes well for them. So do I, Bruno. So do I. Temperance, the Hierophant, 7 of Cups. Whoa. Mice and dog. Okay. Now this could even be Gulf thinking about Tool here. Forgiveness. What else was the Temperance card? Harmony. Going against the grain or conforming. 7 of Cups, options. It could be, with mice here, it could just be that could either be that he chooses to end a friendship or a loyalty to someone, or it could be that he thinks that Mew will about that one. Please give me one more card to clarify these two. Little deck. Tie up loose ends, validate feelings. Yeah, it does, like I always do, I feel like the dog does point to tool. Tower. Work. May not be tool. It might be loyalty. It might be his loyalty to work. Loyalty to his management. Loyalty to his work and career. So yeah, it could be, hang on, it came out in that order. It could be, like we said in May, the Astro card reading, he's going to put work on the back burner, or going to put work second, or possibly going to lessen his devotion and loyalty to work. Temporarily, maybe. Or, since this is about, since a year or more, maybe when things get to that stage, when Gulf is actually serious about starting a family with somebody, work is going to come second. Maybe that's going to be his mindset. Work will come second when he's actually serious about his love life. And that's why he's not ready yet, because he still has a lot of commitments, a lot of responsibility, etc. It could be that. It's like, for Gulf, it's all or nothing, which is typical of Scorpio. You know, being a Scorpio myself, you know, we really do love fully or not at all. So for Gulf, if he's going to make the necessary changes to put his love life first, to possibly get married, to have his own family, then that's it. He's not really going to hold work as important at that stage. He'll have that normal feeling of, you know, you have to earn your keep, you have to make ends meet to keep your head above water, etc. But he's not going to sacrifice his time with his family for work. He already does show that to an extent, because if you look at the way he enjoys his time with Azar and Kante and his family as well, he's lucky he can have them involved in some of his work as well. And I think that's also because if he couldn't, he probably wouldn't do as much work. He just wouldn't stand for it. He wouldn't want to be away from his family like that for so long. He's a very much a family man. It's also that he's got that motherly instinct in him as well. So yeah, I really get the idea here with these cards that this is talking in the future, that once he makes that change, there's no going back. He's going to focus on his love life once he makes that change. He'll be fully devoted. And work will be less important at that time. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, that's cool. So more or less all wrapped up with these cards so far. I would say that both Mew and Gulf, as I said, it's too hard right now to come together in public, have a reunion, meet up with one Jai after all these years, those kind of things. It's too hard right now. But Gulf remains optimistic, while Mew may not so much, but still, you know, has hopes and wishes that things will work out in the end. but right now he can't let go. He can't let go of the current situation just yet. There's possibly things happening in the background that we don't know about. Yeah, see, I just got these two cards there when I was talking about that. Six of Swords and the Empress. Six of Swords is the card for moving on, or moving on to calmer waters. Let me just pull that up quickly. Here. So you've got calm water, you've got very rough water. He's leaving the rough water to go to the calmer water. Transition, change, leaving behind, releasing baggage, moving on. Along with the Empress. Something is beginning. The Empress is a big card about being fertile, abundance, nurturing, fertility, feminine, good parenting, development, accomplishment, growth, evolution, and action. We had it earlier, right? So, yeah, this is what's happening. And the Six of Swords is an Aquarius card. I've already passed it, but you can go back and see that for yourself. So this is really about Mew. What I just said, when these cards came out, I was talking about how Mew can't leave his position right now. That's it. He wants to, and there's possibly plans in place to do so, but there's no solid plan yet. So he's not doing it until he's got a completely solid plan of where things are going. Okay. Right. So, how do you like these new cards, guys? Were they easy enough to understand? They're a little bit more complicated than I thought, actually reading them now, but, well, certainly having all the info on them is helpful, if it's correct. Like I said, that other card was definitely wrong. It was not Leo. But, yeah, I guess we'll see. I've only read with them once, so, you know, I think I need to give them a few more tries before I think anything more. What time is it? 4:48. Should I end it here and forget about the oracle cards so that I can start the other live on time, or should I just do the oracle cards, and if we don't have time, or if I don't finish in time, we'll just won't worry about the other two until we're finished here? What do you guys prefer? Oh, that's nice. We've got excellent right now on YouTube. I hope that's true. What's this one? They need to have a solid plan and both need to be on the same page. It will be a tough time for both of them, even with all the support. I know that it will all work out in the end. Yes, Nadine, I agree. Everything will work out. What's meant to be will be. May not be the easiest road to it, but, you know, destiny will persist, of course. Somebody just woke up. Oh, and it's a pink sky outside. That's nice. Good morning. Yeah, so what do you guys want me to do? Do you want me to go on to the other live on time, or do you want me to do the oracle cards as well for these two? While you're thinking about it, I'll do the Buddha Wisdom cards because I really like doing those. So, Buddha Wisdom, please tell us what you would give as advice to Mew Supersit regarding Gulf Kanawat this month, for the remainder of this month. What advice would you give me, Supersit, in regards to Golf Kanawat for the remainder of this month? Looking for advice for Mew Supersit in regards to Golf Kanawat for the remainder of this month. Oh. Talking about your problems is the greatest addiction you can have. Break the habit, talk about your joys. Oh, that's interesting. So in regards to, since I made it very specific about golf, perhaps they need to stop talking about the problems that they're having so much and talk more about their future goals, their time spent together, as little as it may be. That's interesting. 2 more cards if possible, Buddha. It's this one. If you can't do anything about it, then let it go. Don't be a prisoner to things you can't change. Okay. Oh, and this one. Prayer is when you talk to the universe. Meditation is when you listen to the universe. In Mew's case, that's very interesting because we keep saying the universe is trying to send him signs a lot lately. But is he listening? Is he listening? It's perhaps his prayer. He doesn't feel like his prayers are being answered. But is he listening to the response of the universe? That's very interesting. All right. Put these back in. And then let's say, what is your advice regarding Mew Supersit for Golf Kanawat for the remainder of this month? Buddha Wisdom. What is your advice to Golf Kanawat regarding Mew Supersit for the rest of this month? Whoa. You got the same card there. That's only 2, isn't it? Just give me one more, please, Buddha. One more, please. Okay. So we got one similar card to Mew here. We got the talking about your problems is the greatest addiction you can have. Break the habit and talk about your joys. So like I said, that is definitely related to them, not just Mew. That's both of them. They need to talk more about their happy times. Possibly they need to reminisce more about what's already, happened in the past and talk less about the trouble and the obstacles and the, what do you call it? The, can't think of the word I'm thinking. The relentless situation that doesn't want to shift right now. Talk less about that and talk more about how much they still love each other, how much they care for each other. Birds. Perhaps talk less about the gossip going on at the moment. Yes, and alright, and what have we got here? If you have a family that loves you, a few good friends, food on your table, and a roof over your head, you are richer than you think. I think that's good advice for Golf, because he has all that. He really does have all that. So Golf, the last thing he needs to worry about is money. So I think that's more or less saying, like, don't let the way other people think about money influence you, influence your innocent feelings about what's more important. Don't change your mind about that. Also, perhaps with work in mind, this is advice towards the big change that may happen, of perhaps putting work on the back burner for a while, or taking, more time for himself. But it's like, don't sweat it, take more time for yourself, because that's what's important. That's more important than any income or any career continuing, right? And then lastly, do good for others. It will come back in unexpected ways. Which he already does, doesn't he? So perhaps this is saying, you know, all the good that Golf is doing for his fans, for charity when he gets the chance, the good example that he is setting for everybody, all this is going to come back to him tenfold at the right time. When things work out, he will be rewarded for all the goodness he's put out there. Right? Okay, nobody's said anything so far about continuing with the oracle cards, so cards coming out but I don't want anymore. They're just shuffling. Come on, where are you? I can't get it. Oh, got it. I think I will leave it at that. I feel like these cards in particular added more to today's reading, so it feels less necessary to do the oracle side of things. Maybe I'll just do this, just to end on a nice note. Since, you know, it's been a very serious reading today, a serious vibe. Let's just pull a card for each of them. How is Mu Superset feeling towards Golf Kanawat right now, Ombre? How is Mu Superset feeling towards Golf Kanawat right now, Ombre? Please tell us, after all this other info we've got today, we'd like to know how is Mu Superset currently feeling towards Golf Kanawat. Of course, a bit of resistance there. Is it because I'm only using you last minute? I'm sorry, but my timing, I've got 2 minutes before my other live is scheduled. Perhaps next time I should make it 5:30. Please tell us how Mu Superset is feeling towards Golf Kanawat right now, Ombre. Whoa! You're so beautiful inside and out. I sometimes struggle to express my feelings for you. I'm showing you your wounds and things you need to work on. Oh, that's the card we haven't got before. Okay. So that could be either way. That could be Mu saying, you know, Golf has things he needs to work on. And Mu is trying to show him that by, you know, the current situation. Perhaps one of those things is prioritizing love life. Or if he's talking more about himself, then maybe Golf has shown Mu his wounds and all the things he needs to work on. Either way, that's very twin flame-like, that statement. Because your twin flame triggers you beyond end until you actually change. So, time's up. Alright, quickly let's see what Golf feels for Mu then. I'm going to be out of time anyway, but doesn't matter. Just a few minutes over time shouldn't matter. Most of you are going to just switch to the other live anyway, am I right? Okay, so how is Golf Kanawat feeling towards Mu Superset right now? How is Golf Kanawat feeling towards Mu Superset right now? I can't stop thinking about you. Nothing really makes sense without you. I struggle to show you how much I truly care. Alright. Okay, so there you have it. Still not really, not sugarcoating, just more feelings towards, more feelings behind all that serious thinking right now, is what those cards show. Hang on, did I see a flipped card? No, okay, just checking. Alright, so that is all for today regarding MewGulf. I will now switch over to the other two. So if you are interested in their current status, then just give me a second to start up the other live, and I'll see you there. If not, thank you for watching today. The next reading will be next month for the portrait reading for MewGulf and Toe, for all three of them. I have to remember I'm doing all three of them now. So the next reading will be the portrait readings for all three. So if you're not going to watch the next reading for the business partners, then I will see you then. In the meantime, take care, everybody. One die on. Stay strong despite what's happening. And since we're still in the year of the snake, really consider what you're going to let go of regarding yourself being a one-jai, what you're happy to continue, what you'd rather not continue, and what makes you happy regarding our couple. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. Okay, bye guys.